apartment, and the rain was dripping through my hair onto my face. And since there was no other way into my house, I decided to spend the night at a friend's place. Enough of a gentleman that he is, he offered me to sleep in his room while he would sleep on the couch. And we chatted for a little while over topics, some trivial, some deep, until it was time to sleep. Again, the nice gentleman that he is, he told me good night and switched off the light in the hall. And the keen observer that I am, I ran my eyes across his room until it got stuck at some pictures on the wall. A happy family stared at me through those pictures. I could see his mother, his father, and a girl who looked so much like him, probably his sister. But I remember asking him before if he had any siblings, and he had denied. I felt cheated. Of course, she is his sister. He had lied. The next morning, we were laughing about all the stupid things that I had done, but the conversation didn't end at those giggles. There was so much more to come. I asked him if he had any sister, and there was this expression of shock across his face, like the air had frozen beyond time and space. He looked terrified, like he was seeing a ghost, like I had asked him something I was not supposed to. Only if I knew that I had asked him something he didn't want to answer. Maybe he just didn't know how to. I don't know how, but he gave voice to his words and told me he had a sister and he had a mother, whom he had lost in 2005 bomb blast in Delhi. This time it were my words that froze and I could feel the earth move beneath my feet. And there was a silent emptiness rising in my heart as I could hear my own heart beat. I could just tell him that I was sorry for his loss, and have probably uttered the word sorry 100 times in my life for all the little and big things time and again, but I'd never felt as sorry and as helpless as I was feeling it then. And I started thinking about all those other people who had lost their lives that day, those people who didn't get a chance to say goodbye, who lost everything in the blink of an eye, and all those other incidents of terror and hate, the Boston Marathon attacks, the World Trade Center attacks, the Mumbai blast, and those wars that men raised for power and greed, about those thousands of men who die and bleed. Is there any justified reason for all the tears that men and women have shed over the years? The weight of these thoughts started growing so heavy on me that my heart started sinking and I just couldn't stop thinking. I thought religion was a means to define how one is supposed to lead their life. When did religion become larger than life, so much that one is ready to kill for it? I don't believe in the boundaries that we draw on the soil. Those lines that are made out of hate, I don't believe in them a single bit. I no longer believe in religion and God if this is what we do for the sake of it. But I believe in love, I believe in life, something that we can feel and touch and see with our hands and our eyes. And I'm not standing here to point fingers or to take names, because I believe that this war of hate has been both ways. But irrespective of who is right and who is wrong, who is at fault and who is to blame, the only thing that loses every time in this unjustified game is love. I met his father once, and I wanted to meet him again and tell him that probably I would never be able to, but if I could, if he would just let me, I would try to be the daughter that he had lost 10 years ago. And I wanted to tell my mom that if you ever meet this man, this friend of mine, I want you to love him like he is your own son, more than you have ever loved me. Because life has snatched away from them something that they had loved the most in the most cruelest of ways, and there is no count of days that can soothe their pain. Irrespective of how many times the pages of the calendar are flipped so that it starts back in January, no matter how many times the hands of clock tick off the 12th mark over and over again, no matter how many days and months and years have passed, they will still feel that pain. And if I couldn't sleep for an entire night thinking about it, I don't think there's a count of how many days and nights they have spent sleepless, or a count of number of days wasted. And even though I cannot do anything about it, but I do believe that they deserve every bit and every ounce of love that they have lost because of somebody else's hatred. Thank you.